Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another video. Today we're going to start with the 1/12 scale Teegra with Tiger, or Panther I should say. So yeah, from Frazetta Girls. Let's get into it. Now these kind of figures, a little tricky for me. I feel some type of way about female figure reviewing as a whole, and that's a personal thing for me. This is not a reflection of anybody else. I just feel some type of way. But yeah, let's get into it. First, we're going to talk about the non-articulated Panther. I think this Panther looks really good, but I would have loved a fully functioning one that definitely had more articulation points, because even with the head and neck articulation, you'll get different sets of heads. It doesn't really move on its ball joint a lot, and I would have loved more of that. The tail, however, does have a better ball joint and a better mobility, whereas the head does not have that. The sculpt is immaculate though, and I do love how it looks and that it captures the Frazetta style. Now, that was quick and lovely, to the point. Now, here we are with the lovely Tigra. Now, this is where it gets a little tricky, because I normally do not mind single joint sculpts. But when single jointed sculpts still hinder articulation or don't go to a further point, it gets a little tough sometimes, because as much as I like this figure and the beautiful sculpt, I feel like even with the single joints, we could have gotten a better cut of joints that went a little deeper. Now, that's to say, because I guess because we've had those advancements in technology, I'm saying that, because I still was able to capture really beautiful photos of her. So I'm assuming it's because the nature of things changing so quickly. But that is me. That is my preference. I can't speak for anybody else, because I was still able to capture a lot of beauty in this figure. Now, you may be wondering, this is a soft material, which is really, really beautiful. It's very prominent on the chest area as well. And then we have the string held up by another soft plastic piece. I thought that was an excellent touch, because it really adds to the allure of Tigra and the style that is done. We also have a beautiful front sculpt, which looks really, really nice. And then I'm going to pop this off, because what happens is, this is really dope, is that you can do this. You can actually just lift this piece off, and then you'll actually get the Tigra that a lot of other people will like, which is without her shirt. But again, the sculpting on this is really, really beautiful. Cannot put enough emphasis on that, right? Now, we can still lift our arms up. We can hit that T-pose. We actually have a beautiful, nice front torso that I wish that did cut a little bit deeper in the front, but it's still not bad. Our legs can go outward, as you can see here. And it has a little bit of a drop down. We can lift our leg up. And as you see, that sculpt there does kind of hinder a little bit. And as you saw earlier, we have that single joint in both the arms and the leg. I would have liked these to cut deeper. That would have really made this for me. Even with single joints, if you can get it to cut deep, you can really make up for that. Now, what's really cool about Tigra, and this is what took me a while to review her, is that Tigra actually has this really nice feature of, you can swap the hair and head joints. So there's a ball joint up there that will allow you to swap things out. And it's a really nice sign. That's actually quite innovative, and it's really, really nice. But actually, I'm jumping ahead of myself. Actually, let's do it all in one quick shot. We will actually get another nice, beautiful smiling sculpt. Now, we're actually gonna show you by popping it into the sculpt, by matching the top part of the peg. And as you can see, it looks like she has a large forehead if you don't pop it in right, because it has to match that front prong in the top of the head sculpt. As you can see, there's a little bit of excess material in there. It's supposed to pop in. So I'm going to use a different sculpt. And that other sculpt is going to be the grit teeth sculpt that we have here. As you can see, it has the full-blown piece fit into that ball joint there. As you can see, it looks a lot better. It's going to sit a little lower too. Next up, we will also get a spear for Tigra. We will get a knife holding hand. You'll actually get a set of those. And you'll get the dagger. You will get 2 open palm hands. I'm gonna see, because I have that maps here. Last but not least, you will get 2 normal hands, as you'll see here. But overall, oh, before I forget, the Panther will also get an alternative sculpt with the glowing eyes and the open mouth. But again, I feel like without that extra ball joint to move around better, it just This one kind of falls on deaf ears for me, but I really do like this sculpt. Now, before we go, I'm gonna find some mythic stuff. I'm gonna find my Conan. We're gonna compare. So let's get to it. So here we are with the Tigra standing up. I'm gonna compare it to a few things. Where do we start? You know what? Let's start with Conan, since I don't have Dark Wolf right now. My Dark Wolf is actually in storage. Thought I had it here at home. I don't. So here is Teegra next to Conan, right? And that is a Mezco. Then we have next to my main man, Doc Knock, the monster who hunts monsters. See, Tigra's a little smaller. Next up, we're gonna compare to a Mythic Legions. Here we are with Poxus. I love Poxus, right? Then, if you wanna go a little bit smaller, here we are with the SHF Berserk Guts. I'm gonna move Doc Knock, right? So here we are with Guts. She looks a little bit closer in scale with Guts than anything else. But yeah, I'm gonna take away a few other things as we compare to a few other lines, right? Here we are with the G.I. Joe Classified Range Viper, in case somehow she ends up with modern like Khazar, which reminds me, I should have probably chosen Khazar, but I don't have him out. But you know what you're getting into now. Last but not least, my main man, Ichigo, is going to make an appearance because my man fits right in, right? So, with that being said, this is a quick, short, sweet video. Now, a couple of things I want to point out. There were a few QC things, but it was nothing major. Like, I'm going to cut that excess plastic out, and I did have a neck peg issue. But again, it was fixed. So, I don't think that's too much to harp on. But if you are a huge Frazetta fan, if you loved Dark Wolf when it came out, this might be for you. But again, I know for those of you that collect Mythic Legions, this will fit in really well with what you have and what you have going on. Or those a bunch of other new lines like Fights and Bodies and stuff like that. So, it all depends on what you really want. I hope this was helpful. I hope you enjoyed. Shout out to Frazetta Girls. Shout out to Eamon as well. I appreciate you guys. And as always, please, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm trying to remember those things. But as always, please, be good, do good. Drink your water, guys. Later.